It's an early start this morning. Ray and I are going to go and visit some elephants. G'day, I'm Kevin. I've been here in Thailand for about a year now. Travelling, relaxing, exploring and learning. Living here in Chiang Mai, Thailand. And the adventure continues. This is 52 weeks. There's not much traffic. I'm not normally out and about this early, but I'm headed to Ray's hotel, where we're going to be picked up for a half-day tour to an elephant camp. So it's an early start, I'm afraid. Could have got an afternoon tour, but I just thought it'd be better travelling in the cool, and it is quite a pleasant morning. Been raining last night, but all clear now, so I'm on my way to the hotel.
Jalan. Jadi lu, teman lagi. Halo. Halo, Dede. Halo. How do you get picture now? Tim tu. Ini yang rất là on hot nè.
Có bông anh nha. Đi mình đào, đi mình khảo. Thế này nha.
couple of days ago, Ray, we did the trip to see the elephants. How was that for you?
Look, first of all, I was very conscious that it was a rescued elephant sanctuary. So that was very significant because I feel, it's a bit like rescue greyhounds in Australia, I suppose. They're a very ill-treated animal, certainly historically in the past. Beasts of burden and war machines and so forth, and even with hordes of people riding on them in some places in Thailand as well. That's probably almost cruelty to animals. So it was good to see this is a rescue sanctuary, and because of my incapacity, I wasn't able to go off and give them a bathing session and throw water over them and have fun with them like the rest of you guys. But
was it a worthwhile thing for you to do?
Well, yeah, and I did get to feed one, and that was good. And I was, I guess, most struck by what amiable, gentle beasts they seemed to be.
Yeah.
They really did. And but given that I couldn't do the bathing with them, which seemed to be the most sort of fun activity, if you like, I got so much out of the trip. First of all, the location, in the foothills, if I could describe it like that. It was very beautiful, a very beautiful sight indeed. And when I was sitting waiting for you guys, when you went off and did your thing, I was just looking at the landscape and thoroughly enjoying it.
Yeah.
So the landscape plus those beautiful, gentle beasts made it a very fulfilling experience. And so, I would recommend it even for people who aren't particularly mobile, providing they're aware that there will be some activities they might not be able to do, and if they accept that as part and parcel of the deal, as it were, then I would thoroughly recommend it, because I really did enjoy it. And as I'm now coming towards the end of my trip, I'm starting to think of what were the most valuable experiences in all of the places I've been to, and that Rescue Elephant Sanctuary would be really high on my list.
So you did get to feed the... Oh, look. We've been interrupted.
We've been interrupted by clash and bang and lots of noise. Oh, it was people too.
I was thinking that would probably happen eventually. Anyhow, you did get to feed the elephant. What was that like?
Sorry, with people making lots of noise, Kevin.
We'll resume this in a minute. Alrighty, it's a couple of days later because we had to move because there was a noisy Chinese card game going on where we started, and then we moved to the bar to do it, and I recorded it on super fast speed, so it looks something like this. But we're going to finish off now. So Ray, if my memory serves me correctly, when we were interrupted, you were talking about the scenery near the place.
The scenery.
Yeah, and I agree. I think it's really beautiful scenery and well worth taking the time to have a look at that. But that was one of the things that you enjoyed?
Yes, I was, because I wasn't bathing the elephant, so I had plenty of time to admire the scenery, and it was a beautiful, tranquil scene with sort of, if you like, rainforest in the distance, and the mountains covered in that rainforest, and it was very peaceful, tranquil, beautiful scene.
And the mist hanging over the hills.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, it was very nice. And you got to feed an elephant. What was that like?
I did get to feed an elephant, yes. Well, I was amazed at how the power of him grasping the pumpkin I was feeding him in the sort of end of his trunk, and it really took it very, very strongly. And there seemed to me, though I'm not sure, an element of suction involved. And
I think he was sniffing you.
He was sniffing it, was he? Well, he liked it very much because he put it straight in his mouth, and I could have stood there all day feeding him. I think he'd have been eating them all day too if he'd had a chance. So, yeah, it was it was quite a rewarding experience feeding the elephant, and I was noticed how sort of gentle he was, and sort of well behaved, and not at all aggressive in wanting the food. You know, I offered it to him, he accepted it, and that was a real civilized experience, you know. As I say, he wasn't aggressive. He would have presumably been a bit disappointed if there hadn't been any more, but he wasn't demanding in any way. I think that's what I'm trying to say. You know, he was just accepting what he was offered, and I was happy to offer it to him.
When we went off to bathe them, they gave us these medicine balls, which were, you know, disguised around good stuff that elephants like to eat, and then they were wrapped around with banana leaves, I think they were. And the guy said, you know, when you feed them these, you have to hold it by this end and put it straight in their mouth, which some people didn't understand, and they gave it to them in their trunk. And what they did was, when it was in their trunk, they peeled it off the stuff they didn't like and just ate the stuff they did.
So how did they peel it off with the trunk?
Yeah, with the trunk they would.
Oh right, okay. So it was going like the sort of that with the mouth of the end of its trunk.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was very funny.
They obviously can do a lot with the ends of their trunk.
They can indeed. All right, but all in all, it was a good experience.
It was a really good experience. Yes, I'm very glad I did it. Yes, okay. I feel better for it. A better person for it. Yes.
All right. Okay, so we are back from the trip to the elephant camp. Not a bad day, I think. But now I am heading for home. So I will catch you next time. Thanks for watching my video. I really appreciate your company. If you've made it this far and haven't subscribed, you might like to consider it. If you click here, you can subscribe. Or if you want to have a look at something else that I've done, this is what YouTube thinks you might like, click here. Or if you want to go back from the very beginning of this series, you can click here to see the whole series from the beginning. Hope to have your company again soon.